Curious about what Waikiki looks like right now? As part of our Waikiki Now series, we're showing you what Waikiki looks like right now. Today is April 27th, 2021. Aloha, I'm Mariam and this is Yes to Hawaii. We make Hawaii videos to take the guesswork out of planning your trip.
For more Hawaii videos, make sure you're subscribed and click that notification bell so you're alerted every time we post a new video.
In today's video, we're going to start here at the HILTON HAWAIIAN VILLAGE Lagoon and walk all the way down to Kapahulu Avenue with the ocean on our right-hand side. Over here on the left-hand side is the HILTON HAWAIIAN VILLAGE Lagoon. It's on the far western side of Waikiki, just by the Aloha Harbor, which is on our right-hand side over here. If you're traveling with children, if you aren't a strong swimmer, or you just want some really calm water, the HILTON Lagoon is one of the best spots for that. The water is not attached to the ocean. The water over here is very shallow. They also have some beach rentals, such as stand-up paddleboards, which you can pay to rent on this side too. There's also, as you can see here on the right, plenty of shade trees if you want to come out here for a picnic or something really laid back and low-key. You see a lot of people over here on the right-hand side enjoying the shade. And if you look just up ahead here on the left-hand side, you can see Diamond Head Crater. Definitely make sure to check out this video if you want to learn how to hike Diamond Head Crater. It's now open every day except for Wednesdays. Excellent thing to do, excellent thing to check out. Over here on the left-hand side is the HILTON HAWAIIAN Village's Rainbow Tower. Back in the day, like literally last year, when they had fireworks, this is typically where people would congregate over here by the Rainbow Tower. Currently, however, as of this time of the filming, there is no fireworks show at all as of right now, just because it does attract a lot of crowds. At the time of this filming, it's maybe 2 or 2:30 in the afternoon. On the right-hand side over here, you'll see how incredibly packed the beach is. Keep in mind as you watch later on in the video, as we get closer to Kapahulu Avenue towards Diamond Head, a lot of the beach is being renovated. And what that means is there's a sand reclamation project where a lot of the beach area is completely closed off to the public. There's machinery there, they're moving sand around, bringing sand in. For that reason, a lot of the crowd is going to be stuck over here on this side of Waikiki as opposed to the area over there where the beach is closed right now. It is so hot over here. On the left-hand side is a Dairy Queen if you want to grab a quick bite on your walk around here. On the right-hand side of here, you'll see a lot of people with these beach chairs and umbrellas. They are not free. You can rent them. You don't have to be a hotel guest for the HILTON HAWAIIAN Village. It's open to the public. The place is called Waikiki Beach Activities, and you can check on the left-hand side over here. They have a kiosk. You just let them know how many hours you'd like to do the rental, and they'll help set it up for you. Keep in mind, it is first come, first serve. If you want to try to get a really good umbrella or chair up front rather than farther back over here, make sure that you do go early. And then coming up here on the right-hand side, just past those umbrellas, is the Port Hilton Pier. If you happen to be doing a snorkel trip or a sunset sail over here, this is typically the area where they'll have you check in at the Port Hilton Pier, or rather, this is where your boat will take off from. The check-in is actually just across from it. There's a kiosk if you were to check in for an activity at this specific pier. I absolutely love this side of Waikiki. As you can see, there's plenty of space. It's nowhere near as packed as it is a little bit farther down. Over here, they don't have any rentals until you get a little bit farther down, and it's with Dive Oahu. It's across from the HALE KOA hotel. Same thing, you can get those rentals from the boys over there on the beach, check in at the kiosk and so forth. But it's super gorgeous today. Perfectly flat out here, really calm weather, really calm ocean. Absolutely gorgeous day. And then just over here is the Dive Oahu beach chairs and umbrellas that I was talking about earlier in our walk over here. And then over here on the left-hand side, which I'm about to turn the camera, is the HALE KOA Military Hotel. Typically you have to be Department of Defense members, whether that's retired or active duty. I'm gonna speed through this part because it's nothing but chairs and umbrellas, this entire scene. It's such a gorgeous day out. Over here on the left-hand side is Diamond Head Crater that I mentioned earlier in the video. I'll also leave a link in the description box below and in the cards above if you'd like to find out how to hike Diamond Head Crater. As I mentioned earlier, it is open every day except for Wednesdays as of the time of this filming, though make sure to check their website just so you have the most up-to-date information. Oh, that's a parrot. Up here on the left-hand side is part of the Outrigger Reef Waikiki Beach Resort. This small place, Steak Shack, has, I would say, hands down one of the best steak plates that I have had here in Waikiki. Super delicious. Ballpark range is about $10 to $15. There's also more beach chair and umbrella rentals here if you prefer to be farther down this side of the beach. So we're about to turn left just over here, and we're gonna hop onto Kalia Road. Over here on the right is the Outrigger Reef that we were just at. As you can see, they're still under construction. And now we've jumped over to the Sheraton Waikiki Hotel. Super, super gorgeous. As you can see, this is a seawall, so there isn't actually beach right here, of course. It's a seawall that goes all the way down. Be cognizant of the tides. You'll see what happens here in a second. And we're going a little bit farther down this seawall. As you can see, the water comes pretty far up here. That's why there's nobody tanning over here. All this is constantly covered with ocean water. There's another beach kiosk right here to rent more beach chairs and umbrellas. As you can tell, all up and down the Waikiki Beach area, there's plenty of vendors that do offer this service. So if by chance the area that you go to, they say they're out of beach chairs and umbrellas for whatever reason, just walk up and down the Waikiki Beach coast. As you can see, there's lots of vendors that offer this service. But same as always, it is first come, first serve. If you want to get like the first row of beach chairs and umbrellas, you want to make sure you get there a little bit early to sort of claim your spot, if you will. On the left side here, coming up, is the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. It is also known as the Pink Hotel. As you can see, super bright pink colors. This little section over here is partitioned off for Royal Hawaiian guests, and then over here on the right is public beach access. And then coming up here on the left is Outrigger Waikiki, one of my favorite oceanfront hotel properties. It is also the hotel that Duke's Waikiki is located in. I'm gonna take a left over here and head down this alleyway to get back on Kalakaua Avenue and walk on the sidewalk for a bit. Your girl's exhausted. You can't tell in the video because I pulled the audio, but I was sweating and a little out of breath from walking on the sand this entire time. So your girl's gonna take a little bit of a break. We're gonna head on Kalakaua Avenue to check out a little bit of that, and then we're gonna go back on to the sidewalk to catch the Oceanside on the right. And we're back on Kalakaua Avenue. On the left-hand side is the International Marketplace. On the right-hand side over here is the Outrigger Waikiki. This is their valet entrance coming up here on the right. There's also these little shops like the Quicksilver and so forth. Waikiki Police Station is on the right-hand side. There's also a public restroom over here on the right, just in case. We're gonna go a little bit farther down and I will show you the sand reclamation project, or the beach reclamation project, that's been happening over the past few weeks. If you look over to the right, you'll see what I'm pointing at, this sand reclamation area. There's the Waikiki Beach Project, or rather the beginning of it. It starts right about here and it goes all the way farther down towards Kapahulu Avenue, towards Diamond Head, for the rest of the beach from here on out, as you can see. On the right-hand side over here, we've got the Duke statue. And just kind of to get your bearings, this is more of the Waikiki Beach project that I was talking about earlier, and we are directly across from the HYATT Regency Hotel, which is in the center of Waikiki. Then coming up here as well, I'm pointing out some more of the Waikiki Beach Project that's going on. Coming up here on the right hand side is a little shack if you want to grab some food or drinks. And yes, you can get it served in a pineapple. All this construction is right in front of the ALOHILANI Resort. That is so wild. Like, all of this area is completely blocked off and barricaded. Oh yes, and as you guessed it, more of the Waikiki Beach Project. As you can see, all this area is completely barricaded, tons of construction. It wasn't incredibly loud when we were walking by, but all this area where you would normally be able to be out on the beach is completely shut down. I'm gonna speed through this part here really quickly. It's just more beach reconstruction, more barricades. We're gonna just speed this up here. And now we're back at normal walking speed. All right, and we are just about ending our Waikiki Now walking tour. Coming up here on the right hand side is this really cool pier. And then over here on the left, which I'm about to point to here in a second, is Kapahulu Avenue, which is the eastern side of Waikiki. I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And if you have any other Hawaii videos you'd like to see, leave them in the comments below. Sorry. Oh no, sorry.